Hi, I'm Joe White, the owner of Grow Property Management. At your request, we sent you our property management agreement. I want you to know that currently we turn down 83% of those that request our service. So if we sent you our management documents, it means we really want you as a client and we really want your property in our portfolio. So I want to welcome you to our family. Right now, I want to give you some quick details on our property management agreement that you might find helpful. First is the cost of our service. Our fees are typically set between 8 to 10%. Our fees are precisely set on several factors, and your specific fee can be found in the management documents that we sent you. Also on our property management document, you will see an amount stated as reserve amount. The reserve amount is an amount of the property's money that we hold in anticipation of any repairs that the property might need. The reason we hold funds is to maintain state best practices. As a state licensed property management company, we are restricted from commingling your funds with our funds. None of your money is allowed to touch our monies or vice versa. And from the state's perspective, we should not be paying your bills with our monies in anticipation of getting it paid back from the eventual incoming rents. Many states view that as us loaning you money, and some see that as commingling. Since our vendors, such as contractors, typically expect to be paid at the moment the job is completed, we use those amounts to pay the property expenses. The amount reserved can be found on your agreement. There's also a section that gives us permission to make repairs on your behalf up to a certain amount. You'll also find that specific amount on your property management document. This is important to you because if for some reason we cannot reach you, you will want us to act quickly to protect your property or the tenants. For example, if a water pipe bursts, you'll want the water turned off as quickly as possible. And to the date of this video, in the years that I've owned the company, only once were we unable to get in touch with an owner to make a repair. And that happened to have been a broken water pipe costing the owner $78, who was very happy we were able to minimize the damage by getting the water shut off. Okay, so now that we sent you the property management documents, when should you sign them? You should sign them ASAP. Even if you are months away from beginning service, I suggest you sign today. For one, it holds your place with us. We strictly regulate ourselves and only take on a certain amount of new clients. Excuse me. In this manner, this is how I control our business growth and thus maintain our quality of service. By not taking new clients is how our services improve yearly. I can honestly say that our clients have a better service from us each year over the last. Once I know our client experience has improved, then I know we can take on a few more clients. But we don't have to take on new clients. We also grow because many of our clients choose to grow their portfolios. We get to grow with the clients that we know, with people we already have great relationships with and a responsibility to, instead of growing with a new client that we have yet to know. So if you happen to be interested in growing your portfolio, let us know. We can likely help you with that, and we can have that conversation. But we also can't legally do much on our end without that document giving us your permission. A big part of what we do is marketing, and it's important that we begin building your property's market presence ASAP, even if you aren't ready for a new tenant. There's a lot more that goes into onboarding your property, and also it's marketing than you might realize. And I understand that you may have marketed your own property and you may feel you were good at it, but no offense, you likely didn't do a tenth of what we're going to do. And seniority with online marketing is just one factor. And once we build it, we keep it fostering, even if the property is vacant and isn't currently in need of a tenant. Even after we get you a great tenant, as we know it might eventually be vacant at some point, we still want to keep that seniority going, that online position. We also want to build a waiting list for when your property is ready to be active and to get showings. We get in over 100 inquiries a day from prospective tenants. We have prospective tenants needing a place tomorrow. We have prospective tenants contacting us 6 months before they need a space. We have current tenants wanting to stay with our company that are having a baby in 9 months that need a larger place, or roommates that want to live solo. We sometimes are able to place already known great tenants long before a property is vacant. Tenants will wait for a specific property as long as they know it's eventually coming. So when we give them an actual date of when that particular property will be ready, they will wait for it. So sign the documents so we can start things on our end. And there really isn't a reason not to sign anyways. Our property management documents are based upon the State Realtor Board agreement, and it is extremely consumer oriented. So it should be fairly straightforward, and nothing in it should surprise you. Our terms and fees are set, and by policy, we cannot change our property management agreement. But if for some reason you do have a question, please reach out to us. Once again, I want to welcome you aboard.